I am not a Twitter user. I kind of like, I've never felt good about myself or better after I've like read Twitter for an hour.
Why? Because you feel dumb? You feel like your whole life's been a lie? Is that why? You'd rather go to your little echo chamber on Facebook and hear exactly what the you want to hear? That's real smart.
Subscribe to this channel in case you are watching this channel and you have not subscribed.
Who would really believe anything from the news? I mean, everything's biased at the end of the day.
Where do you guys get your news?
Snapchat or Facebook?
CNN.
Network, Complex.
The New York Times, NPR, Vox.
Usually online and basically online.
I listen to podcasts, The Daily, Today Explained. I also follow on social media like The Washingtonian and in the New York Times.
What's network?
They have like everything, or like celebrity news, or like hypebeast news.
Most of your stuff comes from social media.
The most important news, you know, not like political or worldly. Hype beast. I'm trying to know what Cardi B doing today. That's the only news that I need to know. Not what kind of wars are going on. Not the fact that we're at a verge of going to a World War III. I mean, she is a woman, so obviously she don't need to care about that shit. But it's just like, I don't even know how you would consider that news. I like No Jumper. That's my news source. No Jumper, you know, DJ Academics, fucking Snapchat shit.
Media, you'd say?
Yeah.
What kind of social medias do you generally use?
So Instagram, Facebook, sometimes LinkedIn, not so much, but TikTok, yes.
What about Twitter?
No.
Oh, please ask me why. But I was gonna say I hope he asked them if they like fact checked anything. Even if you fact check shit, you're gonna go to Google, and Google is just gonna be a bunch of fucking articles that are all from Washington Post or, you know, Wikipedia or just some fucking bullshit. It's like you really have no way of getting reliable information. Twitter is the best bet, and even then you still might get misled because it might not be fact checked yet. And even if it is fact checked, it could still, like, you know, be up for debate on whether the fact check was factual. It's like really fucking hard to get information from anywhere. So I'm not trying to like knock them, but I don't know, bro. Facebook and shit, they don't even fact check shit. They don't do anything at all. Anybody can say anything on there and you will believe it because you think that's the news. That's fucking crazy to me. Like, at least on Twitter, they'll show you the hypocrisy, hypocrisy. What the fuck was I don't even know what the fuck I was saying. They'll show you the hypocritical points of some, like, of I saw, what was it? There was a, I'm not well versed on this Israel Palestine thing. I'm not really even trying to get into it because I don't know. I know it's like a long history and this and that, so I don't know who to believe on the shit, and I don't really know what the fuck's going on, so I ain't really been into that shit. But I saw this older man was getting into an argument with the person on the opposite side, and the person on the opposite side hit him in the head with a fucking megaphone. I'll put the picture if I can find it up of the tweet that I saw of, I think it was like CNBC or something like that, of them just completely ignoring the fact that he got hit over the head and saying he died because he fell over and hit his head. It's like, that is just so wrong. Just because they didn't want to say it was the person on their side that did the assault. It's like, that is just evil as fuck to me. And whoever the fuck thought about writing that story and whoever approved it, despicable.
Twitter?
Canceled.
I don't have Twitter.
I am not a Twitter user. I kind of like, I've never felt good about myself or better after I've like read Twitter for an hour.
Why? Because you feel dumb? You feel like your whole life's been a lie? Is that why? You'd rather go to your little echo chamber on Facebook and hear exactly what the fuck you want to hear? That's real smart.
So I think I have a defunct account, but I don't use it.
So why don't you guys use Twitter?
To me, it's like a lot of nonsense people write, and I'm just like not interested in reading everyone's posts and stuff like that.
But Facebook, aren't they the ones that said that they get their information from Facebook and Instagram? Maybe she said Vox or something, but even then it's like so biased.
I just don't think it's like a source I should use for news.
When it comes to like legacy media, like we're talking like New York Times, Fox, CNN, that kind of stuff, what would you say is the most reputable out of all of them?
New York Times, Forbes, what else? CNN.
I probably trust NPR.
I thought Forbes was just about like wealth and stuff. I didn't know they did news. I haven't seen any. I've seen Washington Post be just called out for being hypocrite plenty of times. Same with like MSNBC and fucking you know, all the really liberal side ones, and even Fox and shit, even a lot of the right side ones, like, unless you are a moderate and you are actually trying to fucking tell both sides of the story, I'm probably not gonna believe what the fuck you wrote.
Or a little bit more.
Fox News if you're like a Republican, CNN if you're more of a Democrat. So it's kind of just what you believe in and what you want to hear. So I don't really think anything's trustworthy, honestly.
I'd say the New York
I agree with that last part.
Times for sure.
Would you say that CNN, New York Times, those are the creme de la creme of news?
Yeah, I'd say so.
BBC News is one of my favorites that I watch on TV and stuff like that. It's a lot of news out here just doesn't grab me. It's too centered on nonsense. When you look outside at other news, other broadcasts like BBC, or even there's a few Asian news channels that I look, and you get a better view of what's going on. I think it's
Is he talking about for world issues or just for national issues? Because why would you watch BBC? I mean, like, unless you're doing it for the world issues and shit. Like, even then, I guess that's kind of valid because there is so much propaganda and shit pushed in America. So maybe, but I would assume that BBC does the same thing since they're damn near on the same time as America whenever it comes to all the fucking bullshit that they push. Asian channels, I don't know how you understand that, but I think though, well, no, because what Asian countries are you talking about? Because China, you definitely can't trust China. But I know Asian is even like stuff like Asia is just a big ass continent. So I don't know. I don't even know how the fuck you would understand the shit in the first place, but I feel like that might be the best option whenever you're talking about comparing it from MSNBC or the BBC or Fox News or whatever.
We get out here is almost like fake news. You steered. They're not really telling you what's going on in the world.
Those are the top, right? Who would you say is the bottom, the worst place to get your news?
Maybe like BuzzFeed.
Probably like a Newsmax.
Hype Beast. That's the worst place to get your fucking news.
One America News. Not that I watch them, but there's a reason for that.
I mean, I think like blogs like TMZ and stuff like that, Twitter, TikTok. I personally feel like when people...
I honestly don't think TMZ is that hypocritical or biased. I don't think I've ever caught TMZ lying about anything. They pretty much just expose people for what they're doing in the current time. Maybe, I don't know, maybe. I don't watch them or anything. I barely ever see them pop up. I didn't even know that they were like big like that, how they was 10, 15 years ago. But I would assume that they are probably pretty reliable. If I'm wrong on that, let me know. But like I said, I just don't know.
People tell me news about what they've seen on TikTok. I feel like, why are you telling me this? It's super biased and it's just snippets of like 2 minutes.
On the whole, do you guys trust the media?
No.
There you
Do you
go.
think the media is trustworthy, like the legacy media, the stuff we're used to?
Not at all.
You say on the whole, news is trustworthy? Like the news industry is trustworthy?
Could I rate it out of 10 again?
Sure.
I think a 7.
I mean, it's people sharing news, so
It's generous.
at some point, is it like objective? Like from an objective standpoint, no. I think you have to do like a little bit more research, and people are kind of lazy. They want things conveniently, especially news. So
I agree with that.
I don't think it's trustworthy across the
We're
board.
really quick to trust just whatever they see. So yeah.
So basically, I mean, it comes from people. Would we consider people trustworthy?
No.
That was a good last answer. I like that last answer because that is true. Like, obviously, no matter who you get your news from, it is going to be biased, most likely. So, the best way to get your news is to hear it and then look into it. But then again, it's hard to even look into this shit whenever Google is just a fucking propaganda machine. Like, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, Twitter is really got to be the best place because anybody can fact check you. Anybody. I'm not sure exactly how it works. And I know that it's not perfected yet. And it might not ever be. But I think it is the closest thing to perfect whenever it comes to a reliable news source as of today. But I would like to know what y'all think about that shit. Let me know if y'all disagree with me, if you agree with me, if you want to answer any of the questions that I had. That'd be clutch. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of that video. Please leave a like. If you guys got anything to say about the video, let me know down below. You know I read every single comment. And if you fuck with your boy, would you please give me a subscription? With that said, deuces.
I was so far at the bottom, I'm still trying to make it up. Little broke, dirty nigga, but was trying to run it up. And I've been the most hated, I can't make this shit up. Always been an outlaw, really never give a fuck. Mama and my granny always praying for a nigga. Luckily, won't ride with no niggas that I know wouldn't bust me. Never really care about them niggas who didn't fuck with me. Just know if you my dog, then you forever.